Hello and welcome back, everyone, to Legacy of the Duelist on Rocket Rabbit Commentaries. And in this episode, we're continuing on the Seal campaign with Yuma versus Shark as part of the Heralding Festival and the Heartland Carnival, rather. And we finally got Golden Golem. Yes, as annotation Gurdet mentions here, the golden form for Gogogo Golem is actually one of Yuma's literal best monsters because it has the ability to get very, very big, very, very quickly.
I say.
Also,
Monster.
Also, thanks to Goblinberg, we have the ability to very easily go into Utopia. So let's go into Utopia, shall we?
It's a monster, finally, that's... Well, the Golden Form Golem is one of those cards, finally, that it's not a stepping stone to another monster. It is the stone on which we have step 2.
Yes.
I was going to say, like, my goodness, how far Yu-Gi-Oh! Has come since the days of the original... The pilot episode of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime, and also... the difference between a good opening hand and a bad opening hand. Like, for example, Yugi telling Joey, oh, of course this deck would never win. This deck is loaded with monster cards. And here we are, 20 years later, we're looking at a handful of monster cards, but this is a good hand.
It's an okay hand. Sure, I wouldn't actually call it a good hand. Just because we have Golden Form in our opening hand doesn't necessarily make it a good hand, Mr. Cloud. It makes it an okay hand, certainly, but we still gotta actually, sacrifice a bunch of Gogogo monsters to the Golden Form in order for it to actually be, good.
We had to withdraw the attack because of the Call of the Haunted surprise, putting a monster with higher attack power than our Gogogo Magician.
Gogogo Magician.
Gogogo.
Don't bring up the fusion onomatopoeia monsters quite yet, Mr. Cloud. We won't get to see those.
All we hear is Gogogo. But what? So, oh right, because it's Utopia X-Ray.
No, I didn't want to negate the attack because he was gonna. If I negate that attack specifically, then he's going to attack again, so giving me another option to negate another attack, which would. And if I did that one, then he would just kill my Utopia with tripod fish, and he would still get out Shark Drake. So there isn't really a good reason for me to, to bring out to negate the attacks there. Anyway, here, Gogogo Golem, Golden Form. Behold, he has 4,000 attack points.
And no removal in sight, but the damage he inflicts is cut in half?
Yep.
Huh. Well, at least
it doesn't matter that
monsters.
the damage he inflicts is cut in half, though, because, again, he has very specifically the ability to run over literally every monster that Shark can bring out, so...
Okay, now, Shark has 2 cards in his hand. One of them was a monster. The other is a conspicuous mystery.
Alright, so I think we go for Giant here, right? Nope, we're going for Ghost. Okay. Have Golden Form kill the monster.
Yeah, right, because the damage
again,
he inflicts is cut in half.
Is half, so if I were to direct attack with him, he would only do 2,000 damage.
Right, which means that we would have dealt 2,000 damage instead of 2,500 damage.
And now we can just win with what is Yuma's actually best Xyz monster, Gogogo Cowboy. I fucking love Gogogo Cowboy.
Because we could just deal damage to him directly using his effect?
Yes.
Nice.
Gogogo Cowboy's defense position effect allows him to detach a material and deal 800 damage to the opponent. It's an Okazi with feet.
Haha. He could stand with his shoes. He could fire with his pistols.
And yes, Shark is asking us specifically to go actually beat Vetrix. And we got 2 copies of Soul Charge, which means that we now have the entirety of whatever the fuck that deck Shark was running there, which is nice. Alright, Vetrix. Hey, Mr. Heartland.
These dueling dynamos about to go head-to-head.
And Vetrix is expositing here that, he is part of the reason why Yuma's dad is out of the picture.
Your father.
Unfortunately, Yuma, you're going to run into the same problem that Shiro Emiya runs into. At least you're definitely supposed to. Many people that you want to save are not worth saving. Vetrix ends up being our connected villain for the rest of the series. He ends up losing his spot as primary villain after this season, but he's the connecting tissue of all the shit that happens in the next season. So, oh look, we got Bacon Saver.
I was gonna say, time to save that bacon.
I actually really like Bacon Saver. With Nitwit Outwit in our hand, Bacon Saver is actually extremely powerful here, because in the event that our opponent's got an answer for our Gogogo Golem, we can then use Nitwit Outwit to make sure that they no longer have an answer for it. And Vetrix is running the Heraldry stuff. I don't like the Heraldry stuff. The weird thing is that his actual boss monster isn't Genome. It's the 3 material Heraldry Crest monster that I straight up don't know how to successfully describe. But instead of allowing him to go into that, we're just gonna Mirror Force his board.
Oh my god.
Thank you, Mirror Force. Leo allows him to get back Amber Conway, but we should be okay with that, right? Except, no, we are not okay with that, because he uses Advanced Heraldry Art to bring back Ale and Eagle in order to go immediately into Genome.
Sired from the cosmos.
Hey, Genome Heritage.
And then he ends his turn.
Yeah, it's his main phase 2. He can't attack us anymore. Okay, I have to reread Genome Heritage because it's like because we effectively have never actually seen this card. Mostly because even in Heralds, it's not actually a good card in the deck.
All right, what the hell are you doing?
We're using Nitwit Outwit in order to kill his genome.
We're going to save that bacon now. By a mere 100 attack points. Nice.
And then attack directly. Woot!
And then what? He's just going to activate a spell card on his next turn that says,
he doesn't have a spell card in his hand right now.
I'm going to get 2 Heraldric monsters from my graveyard to my hand. Then I'm going to get 2 more Heraldric monsters from my graveyard to the field. And then I'm going to use those 2 Heraldric monsters to bring out another Shiverdivvy.
So now, thanks to the fact that we discarded Bacon Saber last turn, we can use it in order to wipe out Vetrix's field.
Nice.
Mind you, Leo still gives them access to another Amber Conway, but
right,
oh well.
his turn is over now.
Ooh, Lightning Blade. We finally have access to the Zeal weapons. The Zeal weapons are a very interesting thing that we don't actually give a shit about because, they are cool, certainly, but more often than not, all they end up really doing is giving Utopia additional stats that he didn't actually need in the first place. So
we're just gonna we're gonna come damn close to just ending it in this turn because now you're gonna do an Ixie summon.
Well, no,
or
I'm
you're
not doing an
just
Ixie summon because I don't really need to. Here's Heraldry Reborn in order to bring back Leo, who won't be destroyed this turn because it wasn't normal summon, and then Amber Conway.
With the power.
Unfortunately, I really wanted to actually keep my golems out, but oh well.
Now we got a big badass over here to run over.
Let's see, Call of the Haunted is nice, but yep, switch you to defense mode. Checking. We actually do have Leo arms, but I very explicitly do not want to go into Leo arms if I can prevent it. Getting into Excalibur right now would probably be enough, but I need to check to make sure that this isn't a quick effect. Okay, it's not a quick effect. So,
right.
let's get... can we actually get into Excalibur? I need to check again, because Excalibur, I'm pretty sure, requires 4 warriors. Yeah, it requires warriors, so we can't actually go into Excalibur. But what we can do is we can go into Utopia and then use a Lightning Blade in order to run over... in order to actually run over Genome. I am verifying that is a thing we can do. I'm also trying to win with Cowboy because Cowboy is just cooler than Utopia is. I am dead serious when I say that Cowboy is Yuma's actually best Ixies monster. Like, I have won so many fucking games with Cowboy. It is nuts how effective having an Ukazi with feet actually is.
Right, because you don't have to wait until a battle phase or the battle phase on your next turn in order to win the game. You get the monster out, you burn them for the win.
Alright, but yes, we're going into Utopia, and then we're gonna equip him, with Lightning Blade, and that should be enough damage.
It's a Union monster that just decided I'm not going to be a Union monster anymore because Union monsters suck.
Hey, come on, Union monsters are significantly better after they got their 15th and a half wave of support. For a long time, one of the best decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually was Union-focused. Thank you, Mr. Heartland.
I think somebody had bribed Mr. Heartland.
Probably.
He won? I mean, he won!
Behold, Yuma and Astral's first evolution, Zeal 2. Yeah, as the anime goes on, Yuma and Astral actually have the ability to fuse their bodies together in order to become different stages of a character known as Zeal. Technically, the character's name is actually pronounced Zexal. Fuck that, it's spelled Zeal. Anyway, when I was counting this out, I assumed that was in fact the end of season 1. We still actually have one. We still actually have one more duel before the actual end of season 1. But let's go buy packs anyway. Let's see, who are we buying from? We're buying kite stuff. Woot! So we're gonna get Steel Swarm. We're gonna get Dragonling materials, and one of the more important things that we actually get is a lot of the number 107 archetype, the 101 to 107 archetype stuff. We don't get the actual shark pieces to it, sadly, but we do get a bunch of the 101 to 107 stuff. Specifically, we get a lot of Star Sovereign stuff, and the Star Sovereign stuff isn't actually relevant for most of this campaign for some fucking reason, because it only shows up in literally one duel. But the Star Sovereign stuff ends up being important in a later campaign. Hey, Archfiend Seraph. Yeah, because Archfiend Seraph is the Chaos evolution of 102, which is the Star Sovereign boss. We end up getting... Oh, and of course we get fucking Galaxy Tomahawk. People that are familiar with Master Duel will recognize that Galaxy Tomahawk in this game isn't... I think it actually is banned in this game. Because we had discovered at this point that, oh, the ability to generate infinite amounts of tokens is a problem.
When was it not?
Well, for most of Yu-Gi-Oh's history, infinite tokens didn't actually do anything. Also, fuck this pack because it has goddamn Inzektor Dragonfly in it. I am still scarred by the Inzektor resource loop. It is fucking terrifying how much damage the Inzektor cards did. Anyway, in the next episode, stuff.